After working in three different industries over the past decade, under various leaders, actually Ghanaian and non Ghanaian, I want to share with you six things that will help your career take off in your 20s. I know that the people who listen to me mostly are between the ages of 18 to about 40. So I'm sure this will help you. Number one, your first job matters more than your degree. What I studied in school and what I'm doing today are unrelated. And this might be your reality as well. Don't be fixated on practicing what you studied in school as your career path. Mostly, your first degree is about passing exams, but your first job will form your professional habits. That's your discipline and your responsibilities. Your professional networks, that will be your colleagues and your mentors who will open opportunities for you in the future. And your career direction to develop your strength and also to know your weaknesses. So, when choosing your first job, don't make money the focus. Rather, make what I will learn, who will I learn from, and how would this role shape my future be the focus. Point number two, working hard alone doesn't get you promoted in the workplace. Now, promotion is not the reward for hard work in the corporate space. Actually, more work is the reward for work well done, which might not necessarily be a promotion. Now, if you want a promotion, the people who matter in the business must see the impact of your work. You need visibility. Your work must solve important problems in the business. Don't just scratch the surface with your work. You must learn to collaborate, communicate, and build trust with your colleagues and leaders that matter in the business. Because in many workplaces, promotions don't just go to the busiest person, they go to the person creating the most visible impact. Now, let's go to point number three. Your network determines your opportunities. Now, listen, many people believe opportunities come from qualifications, their qualifications. But in reality, most opportunities come from people before qualifications. Now, some 3 years ago, I was having a WhatsApp conversation with a friend, and she told me that they were looking to employ someone as soon as possible. I asked the requirements and I quickly asked the mentee to put in their CV. And she had the job in less than a week's time. Now, listen, many career opportunities don't appear online, they move through networks, your colleagues, your mentors, your friends, and your professional connections often become the bridge between you and your next opportunity. Now, work towards building genuine professional relationships with people who know your work, who trust your abilities, and who can recommend you when the opportunities arise. Because in many careers or during your career, you realize that your qualification will open the door, but your network is what invites you into the room. Now, point number four, many graduates feel lost after 3 years. I have been there myself. 3 years after university, many graduates start feeling lost, and the reason is not always what people think. I remember after working 3 years in the hospitality industry, I started asking myself, is this the career I really want? Am I growing or repeating the same task over and over? Is this where I want to be in the next 5, 10 years? And I felt very confused. But this led me to search and redefine a lot of things that has brought me to where I am today. Now, feeling lost simply means there is a misalignment between where you are and where you want to be. Trust me, this happens to smart people because you are always looking for the best out of life. You are probably reading some books, you are probably engaging and listening to podcasts. So, I have put together 14 questions that will help you bring some clarity and help you align with your future. And I'll put the link in the description below if you're listening on YouTube, or you can type 3 years and I'll share the link with you if you're on any other platform. Or you can just visit my website, kwabnadapa.com/books, and you get access to these 14 questions that will bring some clarity to if you are stuck or if you feel lost at this point. Now let's go to the next point. Changing careers is more common than you think. Many professionals feel like they have failed when they think about changing their careers. But the truth is, changing your career is far more common than people admit. When you are in university, you are often asked to choose a career path very early. But the reality is that most people truly discover their strength after they start working. You might study one thing and realize your interests are different, your strengths lie elsewhere, or the industry is not what you expected. Now, that's why many professionals today started in completely different fields because of these things. Some studied engineering and moved into business. I studied economics, statistics, and mathematics, but I'm now doing marketing. Now, changing career doesn't mean starting all over. It means using the skills you have already gained or acquired in a different direction. Many skills like communication, problem solving, and leadership are transferable across industries. Now, others studied science and later built careers in marketing, finance, or technology. Like myself, I did economics, statistics, and mathematics, but I built my career in marketing. So if you are thinking about changing your career, don't see it as failure. Sometimes it is simply a path of discovering where you truly belong. Now, the last one, and for me, one of the most important ones, because it has really played a key role in where I am today, is your first boss can change or can shape your entire career. Now, your first boss can shape your entire career more than most people realize or probably admit. In the early years of your career, you are not just learning a job, you are learning how to work. And your first boss often becomes the person who teaches you that. Now, a good boss will first teach you how to think professionally, how to communicate at work, how to solve problems, and how to take responsibility. But sometimes your first boss also shapes your career in another way. They may be the first person who gives you the potential, gives you the opportunity, and pushes you to grow. And also, the reverse is very true. So that is why your first boss matters so much, because the habits, your confidence, and lessons you gain early in your career often stay with you for years. So when choosing your first job, don't just look at the company. Also ask yourself, who will I be learning from? It's very important. Who will you be learning from? Because they are going to affect you in many ways that you might not probably even know. So, if you have listened to me up to this point, it means you are really committed to learning. Send me this code, capital K, capital R, 2027 on LinkedIn, and I will send you a free copy of my book, Welcome to Leadership, The Shift from Peer to Leader. It goes for 100 Ghana cedis, but I'm going to send it to you for free. You can find me on LinkedIn. The name is Kwabena Nyameche Dapa. So thank you for listening up to this point, and I hope that these 6 points are going to help you level up your career in your 20s. See you in the next episode.